We're joined now by host of War Stories, Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North. He joins us to tell us what he expects to come. Colonel North, you know the Iranians very well. Are they testing us right now?
Oh, yes. In fact, they've been doing this almost monthly, as have the North Koreans been testing routinely their nuclear weapons, all of which is in violation of UN resolutions to which they promised to abide. This new sanctions order signed by President Trump designates 25 individuals and entities associated with the Iranian ballistic missile program. It includes the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, members and businesses, and bank accounts. It cites individuals and entities procuring technology and materials to support their missile program. The key words here are those acting on or on behalf of or providing support to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Quds Force, which, of course, perpetrates a lot of the terrorism. Yeah. That means North Korea is wrapped into this. It hits suppliers. And here's the big but. It will be much more effective if it's modified to include words like, in 30 days, all businesses and banks doing any businesses whatsoever with these entities will be barred from doing any business in the United States.
You got to get the counterparts. You have to get the counterparts, whether they're European or American.
That's it, exactly.
But the Iranians, because they are savvy people, they must understand that they're dealing with a totally different hombre here in the form of President Donald Trump. He tweeted out, by the way, words to that effect. He said, Iran is playing with fire. They don't appreciate how kind President Obama was to them. Not me. And he means it.
Well, look at this is going to cut off the European and Asian companies that are providing technologies, parts, fuel, and guidance systems, tracking sensors, even tires for trucks and shipping companies doing business with Iran and their partners in North Korea. It's important because the North Koreans are doing the ICBM and nuclear weapons development and testing with Iranian dollars.
Right.
And so the Iranians are getting around their sanctions by thinking they could get away with having the North Koreans do it.
As you well know, beyond sanctions, the president was asked whether anything is off the table. He said nothing is off the table, including military action. If they pull off another one of these ICBM tests, do you think it is possible that we might send a missile in and wipe out one of their silos?
Well, the challenge there, of course, is a cruise missile being launched from offshore, which would be the most likely type of attack, is going to be the kind of thing that the new Russian-installed SA-300 system is going to be able to knock down. And so the Russians are complicit in what they've been doing by protecting the sites where nuclear weapons were being developed, may still be, and where ICBM research is being done. So the idea that we're going to have an easy attack is no longer relevant because of what the Russians have been doing.
Well, what if they push real hard and buzz one of our ships like they did during the Obama administration? I can't imagine Trump allowing them to get away with that.
Look, the Houthi rebels who have already hit a Saudi ship up in the Gulf of Mandeb going up the Red Sea has already been attacking out there. They've fired and threatened to fire on U.S. vessels again. And what we ought to be doing is saying, we're holding you, Iran, accountable for what these, quote, rebel forces are doing. And they've gotten away with it a lot for 8 years.
I don't think they're going to get away with it anymore.
This should stop it.
Yeah, I think
so
you will.
Either, my friend.
Finally, on the jihadist attack in Paris, it is now clear that an Egyptian was involved. He's been in Paris only a couple of weeks. Donald Trump, of course, tweeted his own tweet out about that. He said a new radical Islamic terrorist has just attacked in the Louvre. Get smart, U.S., referring to our immigration policy and the fact that this guy was an immigrant in Paris. What do you think?
Well, I think this certainly gives ammunition to his argument. We've got to do some very, very serious vetting of anybody coming into this country. I think a lot of the complaints, except from the crazy left, by the way, they're not protesters. They're rioters. They're anarchists. And the reality of it is, politically, this is a big step up for President Trump and what he intends to do.
Yeah, more ammunition for his side anyway. Colonel Oliver North, thank you very much. Good to see you. Have a good weekend.
My pleasure.